Okay, today, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at this. To give it its full name, the Fifine Tank3. But let's just call it a tank. And you know what? That sounds like an appropriate name because this thing is built like a tank. Anyway, we're going to be checking it out, comparing it to some other mics, and I'm going to give you my kind of view of if this is any good. But from a build point of view, I'm loving the design. Anyway, let's test out the audio quality and see what it's all about. So, full disclosure, Fifine sent me this to test out. And you know what? I'm glad they did because I love Fifine products. I use a Fifine headset and headphones when I'm gaming and stuff like that, or just listening to anything or doing editing. I use the Fifine headphones. In fact, someone asked me to recommend some gaming headphones. And I said, you know what? If you want a sub £50 set of headphones that's really, really good, check out the Fifine ones. I mean, I have Logitech headphones. I have Razer headphones. I have numerous of the branded headphones, and yet it's the Fifine that I always go to. I also earlier reviewed the Fifine Ampli 8 mic, which my son uses for gaming and streaming and stuff like that, because it is a great entry mic for streamers and things like this. So enter stage left, the Tank 3. And as I said, tank is the right word for it because it is a solid metal chassis. There is nothing cheap about this, and I really love the design. In fact, it got the Red Dot winner in 2024 for design. It looks really sleek and really nice. I would say it's aimed at that kind of mid-range mic. You are competing probably with this, the Rode Podcaster mic, okay? The Rode Podcaster mic. I reckon it's about this level. You can see the sort of same sort of metal grill going on there. And this is the mic I tend to use all the time. This whole video is being recorded with this mic, this Tank 3 mic, using the XLR connection. So the great thing about Fifine products, and especially about this Tank 3, is that it is USB-C connection and XLR. So that makes it ideal for someone who maybe is sort of starting up or wants to upgrade, because you've got an upgrade path. You can buy this, plug in the USB-C, and off you go. You don't need a sound interface or anything like that like you do with the Rode mic. Or later, you can get an XLR cable. Doesn't come with this. You get an XLR cable, plug that in to a sound interface. Fifine do a very good sound interface. I have a Behringer sound interface, so I use that. Plug the XLR into that, and then you can use XLR, and you get that much. I'd say with XLR, you get a slightly more richer sound than via the USB-C, which is a bit more digital and compressed. But it's a great way to start. You'll get a much better sound if you use XLR. But as I say, you don't have to start off with that. If you just want to plug and play, this is perfect for that with its USB-C connection. Anyway, what's in the box? So basically, not a lot. You get your XLR USB dynamic microphone. It's a dynamic microphone with a cardioid pattern. So basically, it's picking up the sound around here and not at the back and stuff like that. So if I talk at the back, if I talk around here, can you hear me? Probably not. But if I come back here, hopefully you can hear me all fine. You get a 8.2 foot or 2.5 meter cable. It is a long old cable, and it's USB-C to A, I'd say, or USB-B. So a normal USB connection, USB-C to a standard USB connection, plug that into your computer, plug and play, just, select Fifine microphone in your settings and you're all good. And then it's got the user's manual like this, which just tells you all about it. On the side of the microphone, you've got a gain knob and a headphone knob. So you can plug your headphones into the back like so, and then you can hear your voice in there. Then it's got the headphone volume knob there, and I've got that turned up right all the way up when I'm using the XLR, because when you use USB-C, there's a bit of power there. I think that helps power the headphones as well. But when you don't have the USB-C connection, then there's limited power. So yeah, but there's absolutely no latency or lag. You're hearing exactly what you're saying in there. Even a millisecond of lag, it gets annoying. You feel like you've got an echo going on, but you don't get that with this. It's really, really good, latency-free headphone monitoring if that's what you want to do. So that's really cool. Also at the back, so there's three connections at the back. Basically, the USB-C connection, the XLR connection, and then the headphone socket connection. Then the other knob is the gain knob here. Okay, and you can set that, to where you want your microphone level to be, and you could just adjust that to get the right levels. And that's really important to kind of take your time, get that right, and all of that. So that's basically what's in the box. That's how to set it up. Super, super easy. Now, when you have it plugged into USB-C, then it powers this little light here, little green light here, which is the mute button. The mute button does not work in XLR mode, okay, because it requires a bit of power. And with USB-C, the mic is slightly powered. And then if I press that, so if I press it now, well, I can't hear myself in the microphone, in the headphones, but you can still hear me because it doesn't mute with XLR. It only mutes when you're using the USB-C. Weight-wise, I'd say it's about 1.3 pounds. It's quite heavy. It's not as heavy as my Rode mic here. And I have this on a Rode mic stand. And I thought, okay, that's good. I've been looking for a heavy mic to replace this. But this Rode mic stand, the tension in it is set specifically for this weighty beast. The Tank 3 weighs less than the Rode mic. In terms of threads on the bottom here, you've got two size threads in there, 3/8 inch and a 5/8 inch thread. So you can plug it on most kind of stands or boom arms and stuff like that. So that's really good, really versatile. Overall, as I say, I'm loving the design of it. I'm loving the look of it, the weight. It feels like a proper microphone. I mean, look, no disrespect to the Ampli M8 mic that I've used before and I've tested, which is absolutely brilliant for gaming and streaming, and the sound quality is really, really good, but it does feel a bit plasticky, but that's where they've saved the money. They haven't cut corners on the sound and the audio. They've just made a cheap kind of mic itself, just feels a bit cheap in terms of it being plastic and stuff. But this, the Tank 3, is a nice, beefy, thick baby. This is really nice. I mean, I just love the design of it and all of that. And so far from what I've been testing, I really like the sound quality for my voice. I mean, I haven't quite replaced the Rode mic with the Ampli 8 that I tested before, because I still quite like the kind of podcaster sound, that almost radio mic sound you get with the Rode mic. This is like a podcaster mic. That's what it's for. Great for doing live streams and sort of podcast type YouTube videos and stuff like that, which I do. The Ampli Game AM8 microphone is much more better suited for game streaming and stuff like that, because it cuts out a bit more of the background noise and things like that. And I think that's a great entry level for streamers. This mic, however, I think is ideal if you're getting into slightly more serious. I would say it is a mid-entry level mic for less than $100. I mean, I've seen it less than $90 in some places. It costs 92 quid in the UK, but I think it's even cheaper in the US. It competes really well with some big name mics. And as I said, I think, having heard back the sound, I think the Tank 3 suits my voice better. I've always wanted a slightly more bassy voice. My voice lacks a little bit of bass, but this Tank 3, I think, delivers it. I think it gives a much more wider, balanced, rich sound than even the PodMic. I mean, there is clarity in both. I would say there is great clarity in the Rode PodMic here, but the Tank 3 just has a bit more richer, bassier, without being too muddy. But I'll let you be the judge of that, ladies and gentlemen, as we do a audio test. So, as I said, this whole video has been recorded using the Tank 3 connected by XLR, and hopefully I've got all the sound levels right. But let's go now to an audio test of the Rode PodMic, the Tank 3 via XLR, and the Tank 3 via USB-C. Okay, I shall be now testing the mic. I shall be comparing the Rode mic, which is an XLR connection, with the Tank 3 and its XLR connection, and the Tank 3 with its USB-C connection. And I shall be doing that by reading extracts from one of my books, Bushido Unplugged, Samurai Wisdom for the Modern World, available from Amazon if you want to know how Bushido can help you navigate today's modern digital world. Anyway, so I shall read a passage from this and I shall label on screen which mic is being used at any particular time. Now, one word, I've tried to get the levels, the sound levels, all the same. It can be a bit tricky. I have to set the gain differently, for instance, on the USB-C than I did with the XLR. Of course, my XLR mic has got a gain on the sound interface that I use with that, but I've tried to get them all at the same volume level. Hopefully I've done that. So you are just judging it on the sound. So anyway, here we go. Hopefully you'll be able to get a sense of what each mic sounds like. Okay, so this is the Rode mic XLR connection, Rode mic XLR connection. The notion of honor and self-worth has become deeply relevant in our contemporary society. With the increasing pace of life, the reliance on digital communication, and the constant bombardment of careful, curated lives on social media, many people grapple with feelings of inadequacy, questioning their self-worth. Tank3 USB-C connection. Tank3 USB-C connection. The notion of honor and self-worth has become deeply relevant in our contemporary society. With the increasing pace of life, the reliance on digital communication, and the constant bombardment of carefully curated lives on social media, many people grapple with feelings of inadequacy, questioning their self-worth. Tank3 XLR connection. Tank3 XLR connection. The notion of honor and self-worth has become deeply relevant in our contemporary society. With the increasing pace of life and reliance on digital communication and the constant bombardment of carefully curated lives on social media, many people grapple with feelings of inadequacy, questioning their self-worth. The samurai code Bushido, with its principle of Meio or honor, provides a profound lens to understand and enhance our self-esteem in this fast-paced modern world. And they are extracts from my book, Bushido Unplugged, available on Amazon, should you be interested in how Bushido can help you navigate the modern world. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? I personally prefer the Tank3. It's very close between the Rode PodMic and the Tank3 mic, definitely. But I just think for my voice in particular, if I'm doing that kind of more podcasty type things, then I think this is a great mic to kind of go with. I mean, it's probably a bit similar price to the Rode mic. Let's have a look at how much the Rode mic is nowadays. Okay, so the Rode mic is $79. This is slightly cheaper nowadays, but that gives an indication of where they're aiming this mic, because Fifine tend to offer mics at great value. So if this one is more expensive than the Rode mic, it means they're aiming it at perhaps above the Rode mic. And I think the sound quality is slightly better, dare I say it, controversial, than the Rode PodMic. But they are both great for podcasting, as I said, and that kind of level. And what I really like about the Tank3 and Fifine products is just the quality of the audio. Normally, you could say, yeah, sure, they skimp a bit on the overall design and stuff like that. Although I love their stuff, their design things, even in the things that come in at even more value. But they haven't on this. The design, the build quality, everything. That's what you're paying for. And then the sound quality, absolutely love it. I think it's really, really good. As I said, I'm a big fan of Fifine products. I'm so glad I've been introduced to them. I wish I could just have a whole Fifine setup. Fifine, if you're listening, please feel free to kind of give me everything, because I'm really loving the products. But I am really impressed with this Tank3, the quality of it and all of that. It's super easy to set up. As I said, ideal for beginners. It's a great upgrade path for beginners, but also for mid-level users and stuff like that. And if you're serious about recording audio and stuff like that, especially vocal audio, spoken audio, things like that, like I said, for podcasts, or you sort of host a show of some sort, and you want a slightly deeper, richer voice, then I think for less than $100, this is going to deliver you, I would say, a sort of, can I say professional sound? At minimum semi-professional, probably professional sound. As I said, Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Hopefully I've covered everything off there. Let me just give you some of the stats. Okay, so it's got triple anti-noise interference. You've got an SN ratio of less than 80 decibels, dynamic cardioid capsule. So sound is from around here. So this is me over here talking. This is me here. And this is me here. And the thing about dynamic mics, it's about proximity. So if you want that real radio sound, you just want to be like 2 inches, 3 inches away. They recommend being 2 to 6 inches away. But obviously for that real radio sound, interesting enough, this nice mic cover here, which I use for my PodMic, Rode mic, fits on nicely this actually. So this is the sound with that on. I don't think I need it actually, because I think it's, hopefully I'm not, there's not too much popping and pop when I do that and stuff like that. Anyway, Sammy Snake slithered softly and slightly slipperily. How about that? Yeah, so there's me S's. And then Peter Piper picked a pickled of peppers. I don't know what he was doing, performing poetry pedantically. Yeah, there's my P's. Hopefully that's not too bad as well. I've got the mic at a slight angle, so I'm not firing straight into it. 2 types of mounting thread, as I said, 3/8 inch and 5/8 inch. And the frequency response with XLR is 20 to 20,000 hertz. So a nice sort of range there. And I've been using this connected to my Behringer UMC22 sound interface, but the Fifine SC1 is a great interface to combine this with, and also that looks really cool. What you get with Fifine is really cool designs, really good quality audio at amazing prices. So yeah, I'm really happy with this mic. I'm so glad I got a chance to test it out. If you're at that kind of mid-level, or you're looking for a mic that you can progress with and without having to upgrade for a long, long time, I mean, hold off buying that Shure M7 whatever, you know, for a long, long time. You can use this mic and it will serve you very, very well. Anyway, there you go. I hope you found this useful. I hope you found it interesting. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. And also, of course, hit the likes, because I like it. YouTube likes it. And it helps people like you find content just like this. And if you're new to my channel, then please do me the great honor. Hit that subscribe button, toggle that notification bell, and that way you'll know when I go live with videos just like this. And talking of videos just like this, why don't you check out the videos right here? These ones here. I think you'll like them. Thanks for watching.